What's up YouTube, ODST General back again, and today guys we're going to be playing some EmergeNYC. With that being said, there's been a couple of updates since we last played. 9.7 and 9.8 released. 9.7 actually came out a month or two ago now. It's been a little bit since it released. I want to say it actually, well, I guess it's not been quite a month. It feels like it's been a lot longer because the month's been really crazy for me, but I think it came out literally New Year's Eve. Like, literally within like an hour of New Year's. And 9.7 was mostly optimization and bug fixing and stuff like that. To be honest, in terms of performance, I really couldn't tell that much of a difference. I was actually kind of frustrated with it because it had taken like a half a year or something like that between that and the last update. And it just didn't feel very impactful, and it really just felt like not really a lot of work had been done. And then boom, 9.8 comes out. I have not played 9.8 yet, but I'm putting a lot of hope on this because, to be honest, I was pretty disappointed with the game. You know, I played the AI update and I said I was going to play a whole bunch more, but the truth is, when I get into EmergeNYC, I have a hard time not ranting about the game because the game has been in development for years and years and years and years, and there's so many there's still performance issues. There's quality issues. I mean, if you look at the textures on this firehouse, they're not super spectacular. They're inconsistent, all this other stuff. I mean, there's holes in the roofs of buildings and gaps in the ground on the maps. And, you know, Montgomery County is literally just a base, Unity engine map that's squished down to made it flatter so the engines can drive on a little bit easier, but the engines are still massive compared to the roads. It's got many issues. Now let's go ahead though and talk about this new patch because I want to talk about it before I get too ranting on the game. Basically there is a whole bunch of AI updates to the game, so they're basically using all the advances in artificial intelligence to really bolster the game and make it more interesting. So any sort of car fire, manhole fire, pretty much anything outside of structure fires has been updated to use new AI fire and smoke simulation. And some of the structure fires will use that as well, though there isn't a list available of which structure fires have been updated for that. Car fires will now randomly spawn. In fact, pretty much every emergency in the game outside of structure fires will randomly spawn. So you can basically have an emergency pop up anywhere, and like you don't really know what to expect. Medical emergencies are now supposed to be randomized so that basically they can again end up anywhere. The person that you're treating can have any kind of injury. Basically, yeah, just the whole game is going to be much more versatile and unique, and so I'm really looking forward to this. We did get an alarm while I was in there talking. We've got a fire, it looks like. Non-structure fire. Okay. Let's go ahead, take a look. So we've got a bus stop fire, it looks like. And yeah, it'll tell you the address. It generates the address based off the information. And if this will quit jumping around here. I mean, yeah, got a, it looks like a newsstand fire. I thought it was a bus stop at first, but it's a newsstand, it looks like. And I'm guessing these are the new cars and stuff were placed all around here, which look much better than the previous vehicles that we had. The previous vehicles were all pretty rough. I don't know. Some of these might be the original vehicles, but, you know, even though it's only been a month, I feel like a lot of these are new models. The ones I'm really curious about are the cars on Brooklyn, because the Brooklyn map had like all the the red, white, and blue cars, and they were really rough from even like a remote distance. Like still, these ones you can see like at a distance, they're definitely very basic models, but they get pretty good a lot quicker. Some of them seem to be struggling, like this car here. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but most of the cars are improving as soon as you get close. This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, the American flag looking one. Which, honestly, this looks like a new model for it, too. So, I don't know. Any rate, we've got a fire we've got to take care of, and I got distracted and moved away from it. So, I do see that it's not marked on the map, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what the closest engine is. It says our responding engine should have been engine 30, and we're responding with 32, but that's fine. It'll probably be fine at least. Yeah, I guess that's a more obvious store. So I don't know though. We'll have to see. Like I said, I haven't played this yet. I don't know how this is going to play or handle performance wise. I mean, right now our frames are sitting pretty good. We're sitting at 70 frames at the moment, but like I said, I didn't really notice any performance changes in uh, Brooklyn last I played or Montgomery County. You know, the frames would be good, and then you hit like a rough spot, and then your frames would drop down from like 70 to 20 still. And arguably, I'd just rather have consistently like 30 frames and have it never change from 30 frames than have it go from like 70 or 80 frames down to like 23, because then it's really when it becomes highly noticeable. You know, I played like 30 frame seconds growing up, and I didn't, have issues with like 30 FPS games as long as it was consistently 30 FPS. Now, yeah, I don't know that. And the other thing I'd love to see changing, this is something I've asked for a couple of years now at least, is the UI just absolutely drives me up a wall, and I would really, really love to see the UI get changed. I think the UI as it stands right now is too busy. The radial menu, when you pull that up, that's got too much clutter. The whole thing of the cursor popping up every time, it's really easy to accidentally pop the cursor up and then like click off screen, and just the controls for the game in general feel awkward, and I'm sure it'd probably be a lot of work, but I think that would go a long ways, is basically going back and just redesigning all of the UI from the ground up and minimizing it wherever possible. Just trying to get rid of as much clutter and screen space as you possibly could on the UI. Having maybe like when you click this, instead of this being vertically placed, because look at all this empty space in here. Maybe narrow it down, drop this down a little bit, and put it maybe more at the bottom of the screen, or maybe you could like cluster these and cut like half of this out here, and you could just have like rows and columns here. So you basically have like maybe how many do we have here? Like maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 like rows of 4 or something. I didn't count it, but you could probably divide this in such a way that like you could like get rid of a significant amount of this space, because you really don't need this much room for all of this. It's more clutter on screen. We don't need the time and weather settings constantly available to us. The pause play, yeah, that one's arguably important, although I personally don't really ever use it on here. I could see where a player might want that. Maybe just get rid of this whole thing and make a button to pop it up or something, so that's not on screen all the time. Obviously, like this, we can get rid of this pretty easily. The mini map, maybe have button to get rid of that. Maybe there's a hotkey to get rid of the mini map. I just don't remember, but I don't know. The UI in this game and just kind of the way things feel and controlling the camera and the player and stuff just has always felt really clunky to me. And especially compared to other firefighting games available on the market now that this has to compete with, I do think that's probably personally a priority to me over something like AI generation. As cool as this is on paper, I think I'd rather love to see those updates. So where's this fire right here? Oh. See, I didn't realize they're going to take the path they were going to take, otherwise I would have told them to park up over here. I wasn't paying attention to this road. I thought they would come down and drive down like this way, but that's the on-ramp onto the highway. Yep, just to every car in your way. Don't worry, you're not the one who has to pay for the property damage. Okay. There we go. I say I didn't want to pop up for a second there. Alright, so this should be a pretty quick and easy one to knock out. But yeah, I mean, the new smoke looks really good. I'm trying to remember what the old smoke looks like. To be honest, though, the new smoke almost looks... It kind of reminds me almost of like a... I'm guessing it's like a fluid simulation or something, because it looks pretty similar to Emergency Call... Or NoTriff 111. I was going to say Emergency Call 112, NoTriff 112. I guess they're the same game, but... it kind of reminds me a lot of that, and the fire seems like it might be pretty similar, which... It's not the best looking fire, but I would say it's definitely a big improvement from what we had, and if it moves around in like kind of a more natural way, that would give it a big hand up on, I think, pretty much everything in terms of the competition. Ooh, what was that? That was weird. Oh. Just trying to remember how to crouch there for a second, even though I was doing it earlier at the beginning of the video. So, I can't see any fire anymore. But it's still smoking like crazy. But the smoke's not rising anymore. It's definitely slowed down quite a bit. I'd prefer if you didn't just drop through the sidewalk, thank you. I'll set that there so we don't lose it. Let's see if we have a fan or something we can put down here. I guess one of the things that was re-added was the fan, which apparently had been pulled out. I cannot, for the life of me, see the rolling shutters here. There's the thermal. Thermal supposedly got updated too. I kind of want to check this out real quick. I couldn't see anything. Oh, hey, there's the roller. Not that it matters, because we do not, in fact, have the fans on here. Just on this side. The other side is just the cabinets and stuff. Yeah, I guess we don't have a fan here on this one. I couldn't remember for sure because it's been so long since I've used this. I would have thought there would have been one, but I guess it might just be on the truck companies, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. It stopped smoking while I was busy looking for that anyway, so that's fine. We're going to go ahead and click pack up. That's all set. Perfect. They can return to quarters. Yeah, so that was the first one. I mean, not a really insane fire by any means. Doesn't necessarily show off the new stuff very well, but it does show it off a bit, and it looked better for sure. Again, performance seems to be pretty good so far, though I did notice we've gone from about 70 on average, at least right here in particular. We're dropped down to about 50, give or take. Does seem like it's going back up, so it might have just been that one spot in particular. Yeah, there it goes, drops down. So this is kind of driving me a little bit crazy. If you look at the mini map, it basically shows us looking in the exact opposite direction of where we're actually looking, because we're looking at the park and it's got us facing away from the park. I didn't even hear that go off this time. Oh, no, it's the same one. Okay. Yeah, we can clear that. That's good to go. Forgot to clear it. Forgot this, this does not auto-clear. So, yeah, I don't know, unfortunately, what they've got planned for the future of the game. They've been playing pretty close to the chest for the last couple of years. And so it really could be some big plans for the future, might not be. Personally, like I said, I'll continue to say this with these videos. The UI is probably the biggest gripe I have at this point. I mean, performance has always been an ongoing issue, but that's something I think that there's always room for improvement. Like, no matter how big or good of a game you have, there's always room to fix bugs and find new ways to improve performance and accessibility for everybody. And aside from that, though, definitely clunky UI, too much stuff going on the screen. Camera's a little too clunky and still feels off to me the way it swings around and stuff. Maybe, I don't know if there's a hotkey for this. I'm guessing not. But a way to slow down camera movement. Actually. I mean, there's the key to make it move faster. That might be something that would be like a good hotkey, is a hotkey that actually slows the camera movement or something. Because, like, having the sped up camera is really nice for traversing the city, but when you're trying to do, like, fine details or moving and something, it is a little annoying to, like, have it, like, be, like, really jerky and move around on you, kind of like it does. Quite the trip home here. You just, I was gonna say you just missed the station, but it seems like they found bigger problems to have. Yep. Good job there. Proud of you. Doing real good work. What'd you hit now? I'm sitting here waiting for a call. We really don't need to. Let's just go ahead and force one. So we hit 4, or we hit next. Nothing's happened yet. Not sure if it's going to take some time, because with this new AI, it's got to generate the call, or if it's just not doing something. That's the downside when you play these updates. You get to play, is it a feature or a bug? There we go. Alright, garage. Smoke from garage. Well, I assume that this is the garage. I don't see any smoke coming out the front or the back. But I guess we need to still need to do our due diligence and dispatch a unit, because this could obviously just have barely started and could get much worse. What's our dispatched units? 49, 32, truck 68. So let's go ahead. We're going to get the truck company. We're going to get 68 here. Again, probably won't be needed, but better safe than sorry. Oh, no, never mind. There is definitely a fire brewing in there. The roof's starting to heat up a little bit. I don't know if that's just yellow D because we were so far away or what, but yeah, no, it's definitely spreading in there. See, this is this particular aspect of like EmergeNYC. This is where it really has an advantage over its competition because it's got like really good fire simulation even before this AI update, where like you had highly destructible buildings and the fire spreads and like the buildings get like ember textures and stuff like that. It looks a lot better than a lot of the other games. So I can't help but notice that neither of our engines seem to be moving. Alright, there's 68. They're moving. They're rolling now. 68, I kind of figured might have just still been getting ready to leave. 32. 32 stuck. Which doesn't come as a total surprise, but... I kind of see where the issue is stemming from, though, because it's hitting that, and it's not technically touching it, but it is still hitting collision, and it's not moving. Alright. If I get you there, are you good? Are other companies on scene? I want to get back there. Okay, it looks like they're moving. So let's do this. Actually, hang on, what we should do if I was smart. I've never claimed that I am, but... be this. Does not want to go down, though, is the issue. So we're just going to return it for right now, I guess, and keep it in a position where we can access it with the officer. Actually, yeah, I should have done this. I guess while we were waiting too, I hopped out and I was like, well, I'll just sit here and wait for him to hook up. But what I could have done is gotten the K-12 and start cutting these roller doors. Cut both sides open. That fire's already had a good chance to spread pretty far. Maybe. There it goes, okay. Oh yeah, it's all over in there. We're gonna pull a relay. And again, I mean, you guys can see, despite the last patch being performance issues, we're dropping down to about 20 FPS on solo play on a high-end PC with a single structure fire and only 2 engines. So it's not really stellar or ideal by any stretch. What did I get in my hand? I feel like I have the hydrant wrench. I got the hose. What a mess. Holy cow. Okay, what hose goes where? Might need to just get rid of the hoses altogether. Pack them all up. All right. Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're gonna do. It was stupid. There was too much going on with those hoses. Again, talking about clunky UI, and I mean, that's right up there with it. All right, let's try this again here. We're just gonna have to pull all this hose ourselves and deal with it that way. I don't know if that was enough line after all. I guess I should have taken a third line. I was debating between 2 and 3. Oh, is it connected? Okay. Alright, so our line over here is charged. We should, in theory, be able to just hop in this and... There we go. Okay. So I think this is the probably the old smoke, just given how it's spreading and everything. Not positive. It could be the new stuff, but I'm guessing that's not the case. Of course, if it's like the vehicle inside the garage that's smoking, I wonder if that's a possibility, because they did say it could be like all sorts of like parking spots and stuff. Like that would be kind of a neat way of doing it. And it makes sense too. And sure, there's a lot of scenarios where it's the car inside the garage that starts the fire. Of course, then again, you'd probably need that fire to still be able to spread. Can't really see anything inside of there, though, for the most part. Can see basically the front bumper of that car on the right, and then, like, sometimes we get an angle where we can see that car, but the fire that we could see in there is gone now. Alright, let's try cooling the roof down a little bit. I guess we'll get prepped for a interior attack here in a minute. There we go. Right down to where I wanted it. There's still plenty of fire in there, though, that's for sure. Alright, so yeah, we're going to get several lengths of attack line. I guess we'll probably go with, I don't know, 5 this time. Yeah, we'll do 5. I'll say maybe it's not necessary, but to think about it, it probably is. We're going to set this here in front. There we go, okay. Now see, it looks charged. Yeah, I mean, right now our frames are sitting at like 10, 12, 15. They're going well. Hit the control button and I can't get rid of it now. Alright, let's get down. Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea how they get smooth multiplayer footage for this game. Even if they have a better PC than I do, I can't imagine it's that much better. So like I said, I got a pretty good PC. I just rebuilt the whole thing, during COVID. So not sure if the inside of this van's on fire. Kind of looks like it. So this might be, in actuality, some of the new vehicle fires they were talking about. I will say, it's probably not the most exciting thing to watch on video, but I love that you cannot see freaking crap in this fire. If only the frames weren't like 8 FPS. That would be spectacular. Try and get out of here. We're running out of air pretty quick. Alright, we're gonna sit out here for a second and just throw some water in there on the car and everything. Actually, it might make sense, too, to actually get up on the roof of the K-12 and cut us some ventilation out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Can't remember if there's air bottles on here. We're gonna try and run down to the other engine here. There we go. Do a bottle swap real quick. Oh, stuck. What is going on there? Getting the one I'm on. There we go. That should help out pretty significantly. We can get back into the bucket, which we can't. He's trying. Oh, if we switch back to the K-12, will you enter the bucket then? You will not. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just hop down. Doesn't matter that much. Visibility is still quite poor in here, but it is definitely a little bit better. We're going to need to do another bottle swap here in a second, though. I wish this would quit popping up. We'll take that off while we're outside the building here. Down to 6 FPS here, guys. We're really getting down there. So it looks like I still got fire in that car, which, yeah, I can see that now again. It looks like it keeps popping back up there. Van's pretty hot, but it seems to be clear of fire. So yeah, it looks like it's really just the car here that we're still dealing with. That and the roof keeps heating up. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop this on because we're almost out of air. We're just gonna use that to do that. We're gonna open up that hood because I bet that's where that fire started. It started inside that hood. It keeps spreading out because the water's not getting in there. Looks pretty good. I mean, that roof is, again, still heated up pretty well. But honestly, I mean, most of the really hot areas are gone. So I think we got it. I think it was, yeah, it was inside that engine bay that kept reigniting the exterior or spreading out further. So we need to get that ventilated, though. And when I tried to put that fan down, I clicked it to put it back. I guess I can't remember if it's just a left click to drop it or what. Grab or return it. There we go. Yeah, I keep getting stuck on the ground, like getting locked into position doing stuff. Yeah, again, though, the smoke's gonna clear before we get this down here. Is it... Gee, God. I think I'm just not remembering. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I think there was a specific button to drop certain items like this, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it is, because it's been so long since I've played this. So just X to drop it? Hey, that's all it was, is just X. It keeps flopping down like that, though. It'd be nice if there was like an indicator if it was on, though. I think I heard it. Oh, that fire spread back there. Yeah, I mean, same thing as the other car. We hadn't opened the engine compartment. I thought we had gotten away with that, but should have checked inside of there. Didn't see it on the thermals though, so that caught me a little off guard. I'm not gonna lie. Try and cool down the beams. What's still left of the ceiling in this thing here. All right, let's get the tick again. I mean, again, oh, there's a couple of still really hot spots over there now. Oh, it seems like, yeah, some of it seems to have just reignited, I guess. There's just the angle, but... Let's see if we can get in here without inhaling too much smoke. See, now this does look like the new fire and smoke mechanics, which is funny because it really didn't look like that from the outside, but definitely not where like inside and everything. It does seem like it. Looking at it inside the vehicle. Can't open that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Seems like that smoke's starting to clear out a little bit now, at least from the other side. Probably be a lot better if I could have put that fan in there half decent. Alright, well I guess, yeah, we're gonna just hang tight here and wait a second. I don't know if we can interact with any other parts of this van or not. The passenger door and stuff didn't seem to open or anything. It looks like just the hoods on that one. I'm guessing the doors are probably locked. Oh, interesting. The back door works. There it goes. The front door and back door work on this car. The back doors work on the van? Back doors work. Oh, there it goes. I tried clicking on that. It didn't seem like it was working before. Okay, well, we did finally get it. It was, it's probably more work than what it should have been. The frames were definitely bad. The frames are still bad, actually, on that note. Yeah, I mean, the performance and stuff, like I said, performance has been an ongoing issue with this game. I don't know if it's ever not going to be an issue. Which is unfortunate. But it is, I guess, the reality of this game, right? Return that. Can't remember if there's a way to... have this close all the doors. Oh, it just does that one. You tell it to return to quarters. Okay. Well, you do the same. That's probably going to be it for this one, though. Let me double check the time. I'm guessing we're probably at like 35, 40 minutes already. 52 minutes. Well, I will say, to the game's credit, I mean, that was a fast 52 minutes. I definitely was having fun. I was enjoying the new fires. Again, performance terrible, UI terrible, but the new fires are fun. The mechanics are fun, but that's always been the thing with EmergeNYC is the mechanics have always been really fun. They've always, in my opinion, been pretty much superior to their competition in that way. But in terms of quality and, you know, in terms of performance and stuff, it definitely has room to improve. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. I am curious what are your guys' thoughts on the new updates. If you've played the new update, or the last two updates, I should say, for EmergeNYC. What do you guys think of it? What do you think you would like to see next in terms of updates? Again, personally for me, performance is definitely up there, especially now that we hit 15 FPS on this map. It could be like an AI related thing. It could be that performance has gotten worse since the last update because of the AI changes. I don't know. But aside from that, for me, UI is a huge one. The UI drives me nuts. It's probably like the biggest thing that gets under my skin about this game, even maybe more so than the performance. But I want to know what your guys' thoughts are, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.